Fingers. I tell the boys about my rape, the painting on their bedroom wall, how it soothed and belittled me. The boys don't like me. They don't know what to say. I don't like them because I don't know what to say. I wasn't much younger than him when it happened. He once joked about some scandalous situation, his merry parade into its depths. He was very rapeable, he said. I love him anyway. After the meeting outside the sober shack where we smoke and gossip, I crouch down beside a fire hydrant. I don't like these boys because I don't know what to say. He edges towards me, congratulates me on my share. The reward system in this place is jacked. His hand dangles before my face. I grab his fingers. I want to hold his hand. The painting. I look for it when I trick. He jerks his hand away and passes. I love him anyway. Face. He's a gearhead. No, not a gearhead, as he will explain, but he appreciates a well-made automobile. We walk through Houston neighborhoods. I follow his lead. I follow. The neighborhoods switch and shift like a man's affections. There's a car in the drive. It's orange and compact. He tells me the make, but all I hear is joy. I'm happy. He fondles the chrome. He tells me it's marvelous. I'm happy. I warn him that the owner might charge out the front door with a gun. He smirks, gestures towards his face. You think with this face, he says, any shit will come my way? He has this corn-fed farm boy look, blue eyes, blonde hair, glasses, a mouth that can switch from a smile to a smirk, tall but not too tall. He looks innocent until he doesn't. It's clear he knows he's handsome, but does he know why? As we depart, I joke he must be fond of himself. And I'm happy. Belly. I haven't been at the sober shack long. This meeting focuses on sex and intimacy, fags crying out for the one thing they fear most. I share about my aborted attempt at sober sex, the most joyless 10 minutes of my life. We circle up at the end of each meeting. I find myself beside him. I loop my arm around his waist. There's fluff atop his jeans, almost enough to fill my hand. I adore him. He's real. And that's what you should look for in a man. Forget who's wonderful, choose who's real. And weeks later, I admit I almost made a play for him. I tell him why. He's talked about his weight in meetings. I'm not looking at his reaction. Suddenly, he throws his head back and cries out, "What do you want?" It's an accusation. The one thing I fear most, I almost say. And with him, there's so much, I almost say. Vain. Another meeting. He's the facilitator. I say things no one else says. It's important to speak the unspoken. More important to speak the unspoken than to speak the truth. Now, as the meeting concludes, someone jokes, it's impossible to hit a pipe with a dick in your mouth. He smirks and says, there's always a needle. All the boys laugh. They adore him. Now, I didn't use sharps, but I tricked with men who did. If I loved him, I would look away when he shot. If I didn't, I watched the destruction like a street repair. He jokes about using all the time. If he and I used together, would I look away as the sharp penetrated his vein? I know the answer. God damn it, I know the answer. Hair. For boys of his generation, the entire personal history can be uploaded to social media. How convenient, how terrifying. It starts in junior high. He's kept the same hairstyle for the duration, parted at the side, the right hair flopping over his eye. And when he was younger, it used to be red. How intimate to witness the timeline of a young man's evolution. I grant no one access to mine. Mother. I met her. Like me, she smokes. Like him, she's tall. He takes time, several walks, but he finally tells me she drinks. Addiction gallops through that family. And walking through whatever neighborhood, I wonder if he'll survive. I mean, 3 years seems forever until a decade intervenes. And I follow. His survival seems so much more essential than mine. The trees swallow us. It's a park. I just want my mother to be happy, he says. His voice catches. That big blue book of bullshit can't help us now. He doesn't look at me, but I look at him. I can't stop looking. Mouth. We're walking through Montrose. We stop at a Kroger, and he buys some sort of wrap. We perch outside the store while he eats. He is never more alive than when he talks about food. He picks up the cigarette butt I flick on the concrete, my own Jiminy Cricket. I have no soul, but perhaps he will lend me his. Less than an hour later, we stop at a drugstore and he buys nacho-flavored chips. While we walk, I joke about my lifelong distrust of flavored chips. Actually, I want to cry. Pardon me while I'm unladylike, he says, and dumps all the crumbs of the bag into his mouth. He'll be fat when he's older. I love him anyway. He tells me food is how he scratches the itch that he can't permit the dope to satisfy. It's better than being strung out, he says. I wonder if this is true. I need this to be true. But desire leads to disappointment, always. I want to tell him that he's still hurting himself. With him, there's so much I want to say. Words. The movie was presh. That meeting was clutch. Boy, howdy, I was in a mess. Not my jam, man. I am fascinated listening to him. His unholy alliance between formality and teen movie jingoism. He recommends that I not vape during the Zoom meetings. He urges me to consider befriending members my own age. Where did he forge his manner of speaking, and how long will I hear it in my head after he's gone? Or more likely, after I'm gone. They don't like me because I don't know what to say. Asshole. They call them war stories. Dope, fucking, dope. He always greets mine with silence. That doesn't stop him, however, from sharing his. We're in a park. He jokes about it being the perfect place to fuck. He tells me about an afternoon he spent with his brother and his girlfriend at a water park. He slipped into the men's room and forced a shard of crystal meth into his butt. He laughs, telling me this is the goofy, full-throated laugh I adore. During one of our first walks, he pointedly informed me that he wouldn't fuck a dude without a year's sobriety. I'm more aroused than anything I know. I want to know the most boy part of him. It's hopeless. I need hopeless quest because I know they're hopeless, and that's all I know. He asked me why I look so down. With him, there's so much I'll never say. We're emerging from a thicket. It's a sunny day. He's looking at me. I'm looking at him. Blonde hair, blue eyes, glasses, tall but not too tall. He repeats the question just as we step into the brightest part of the light.